Hi, my name is Barb Smith, and you know my greatest struggle over the years has been never feeling quite good enough for anything. Sports, art classes, or trying out for the school musical. I was always comparing myself to other girls, and I suspect there are a few faces that cross your mind when I talk about women we have compared ourselves to over the years. Even as I talk about this subject, names and images of girls I compared myself to over the years are popping up in my mind. My main nemesis was Susie, who had different names over the years, but she was always there, and I always compared myself to her no matter how often her face changed. I was never good enough to be included in the popular circle of girls who had it all together, where their looks landed a leading role in every musical, made every basketball team, and also attracted the most popular girls and guys to their social circles. Picture yourself caught in a mousetrap, and you are that mouse struggling to get out of the trap. This image gives us a clear picture of what we do to ourselves when we get caught in the trap of comparison. Comparing ourselves to others, their gifts, looks, and social life triggers a deep-rooted shame that justifies what we always thought about ourselves. I don't measure up. I can't sing. I'm always the last chosen in sports. I will never be popular. As these thoughts and lies that you are a failure loop through your mind, you will begin to act, walk, and talk the way you feel about yourself. We struggle because shame has enticed us into the trap of comparison, where many of us struggle with feelings of insignificance. The Bible says that we should only compare ourselves with ourselves. With God's help, are we improving, changing, and growing? That is the only comparison that is important. Our feelings of insignificance and false perceptions of ourselves are tied to past experiences. Sure, we may have failed at some things, but that does not make us a failure. But as we internalize these past experiences, it feeds that shame and weakens not only our mind, but our bodies as well. But there is good news in all of this. If these negative thoughts can change our minds and propel us into unbelief, hopelessness, and depression, imagine what changing our thoughts to strong, positive statements will do for us. Our worthiness is not tied to our mistakes or people's opinions of us. We have the key to spring us out of the trap of comparison and our feelings of never measuring up to anyone or anything. If you know Jesus, then you have a power that can set you free, release and spring you free from these thoughts. Christ took our shame and guilt upon himself on the cross so that we no longer have to feel shame or guilt about anything. When we believe in Jesus, the Bible says we become a child of God. We are God's child, but you need to believe, I am the child of a king. The Bible also says that we are transformed by the renewing of our minds, literally changing the way we think. I am not defined by my mistakes, failures, and shortcomings. I am defined by what God says about me. Every day is a new day and a fresh start. I am setting myself free today from my past. Today is a new day, and I embrace who Jesus says I am. I am enough. I am worthy of love. I am strong and courageous. I am a child of God. I am creative. I am discovering my gifts. I'm walking in purpose. Thanks for joining me on this podcast, and have a great day.